Everyone can run Facebook ads, but not everyone can scale Facebook ads campaign profitably. This is why I am creating this video to share with you my never fail Facebook ads scaling strategy and also let you in on an insider secret only top guns in the industry utilize to scale their ads campaign. Okay guys, so without further ado, let's get started with today's tutorial. Okay, now just before you get started with scaling your advert, these are 5 things you need to know. The first thing is scaling is simply reaching more people. Forget about the grammar. It's just you reaching more people through your advert. Now the second thing is this: before you start scaling your advert, ensure your system, your house is in order. You don't want to scale what is not working, so ensure at least you have gotten few conversions. That shows okay, your backend is working, your ad destination is reachable, everything is working. Now the third thing to know is there are actually 2 types of scaling. So we have the vertical scaling, we also have the horizontal scaling. Now vertical scaling is you basically increasing your ad budget, right? Now the second one, which is horizontal scaling, is you trying to create more adverts and showing it to different set of audience. Now we would actually be using horizontal scaling. I'll show you how to use both actually, but then the focus will be on horizontal scaling, and the reason is because it is more reliable and you get consistent results over time, over a long period of time. Don't worry, when we start I'll show you how to set it up. Now the fourth thing you need to know is this: in 2023 and beyond 2023, your focus when it comes to scaling should be largely on your creatives. Your creative is the major ingredient in the mix, so you want to ensure whatever you are doing when it comes to Facebook ads, either you want to scale, you want to test, whatever, focus more on churning out as many creatives as possible. Now the fifth thing that you need to know is this: scaling requires speed and strategy. Now I talked about you churning out as many creatives as possible. You will not be able to do this if you do not have a system in place. Now here is the thing, let's focus on the creatives. You see, when I say creative, I'm referring to images or videos that you use for your advert. Well, I've dealt with images in the last video I created on this channel. Go check it out. I'll also put the link in the description of this video. Now let's talk about video creatives, and this is arguable, right? But video tends to convert more than image. At times there are situations whereby images also convert more than video, but I prefer to use video because it's not just giving me conversion now, it is also building assets that I can reuse for my ad campaign. Don't worry, I will explain all of this, just follow. Now here is the thing: when you want to create your video advert or your video, there are different forms of videos you can use. Now I will focus on 2 in this video. The first one is value proposition video. This is where you talk about the benefit of your product or service, the unique selling point. You share all of this, you demo the product, you show what it can do to your audience. That is one. Now the other type of video you can use for your campaign are called UGC. UGC stands for user generated content. Now this tends to convert even better. You know why? The reason is because you'll not be the one talking about your product, it will be your customer or your users talking about the product or service, and people tend to listen to other people talking about a product because that way they are sharing a real experience, not from the company, not from the business or the business owner itself. So people tend to trust user generated content or creative better than value proposition videos. But then you can use both. You can use both. Not like the other won't bring conversion. You can use both. So I will show you how you can actually use both UGC and video proposition video. And don't forget what I said earlier in the beginning of this video. When it comes to scaling, you need to put in speed, you need the strategy which I will share with you, and you need system. It is that system that will make the speed to be possible. Now, when I say system, I have something for you. Don't forget I said I will share my insider secret that only top guns in the industry make use of, and this is it. So here's the thing. As I've said, you need a system in place to consistently churn out creative, and the system I got was a platform actually. Now this platform made it very, very easy for us to do. When I say us, I actually got to know about them during this period, early November last year, when one of my clients that I'm working with, who is a dropshipper, is preparing for his Black Friday sales. So we needed to just keep churning out as many creatives as possible. That was how I got to know about Viral Ecom Ads, VEA. So they came to the rescue and they made the whole process very, very easy. So I was just like focusing on optimizing our campaign while they deliver the ask creative we needed for all of this campaign. It's just like when all these ladies use Amazon Prime just to place order and get the same day delivery. That is how VEA is. They offer both speed and affordability. It's just like you placing an order for your creative and they deliver within 24 hours to 3 business days, depending on the plan and package you have chosen. We actually made 9 times our ad spent during that period. It was crazy. So I have decided to also share VEA with you all. Now here is the thing, I'm not the only one using it. Look at this big e-com guys. I'm very sure if you are active in this space, you know at least one or two of them. This is the same platform we all shop our art creative from. So guys, here is the thing, I can just tell you, okay, go to this platform and that is it. But I actually want to show you how to get the most out of this platform. So I'll walk you through the whole platform and show you what you need to know and how you can get the most out of the platform. So here is the thing, they actually offer varieties of services, but I will show you the ones I actually use them for. Now they have the video ads package, so you can see now this first one is you telling them, okay, this is my product and I want you to create 4 variations of video advert. So they will do that if you select this particular one. Now this video ad package is just like one video. So if you're into TikTok, you can ask them to also help you with this, even though I'm not into TikTok. So for this particular video ads package, these first 2 are the ones I use them for. So you can check them out, and don't worry about the prices. I will show you how you can bid them down. Now the other package here is the UGC ad packages, the user generated ads package. So they offer the 1 UGC Facebook ads. They also offer the 3 different UGC Facebook ads. So provide them with your product details, then they'll create or craft 3 different UGC Facebook ads for you. Now if you look at these prices, not like they are too expensive, they are still cool, but then you can still get even far better deal. So they have this VIP membership that they offer, so you can decide to be a member of their VIP club. When you join the VIP club, you would get discounts on every of these packages. As you can see, this retesting ad package, instead of paying $60, you pay $15. So you are getting a whopping 75% off all their video ad packages. You also get 30% off all their UGC ad package. So I actually use this VIP membership, and I will also recommend you do the same. So if you're a VIP member, instead of waiting 3 business days before you get your ads delivered to you, they will do it in 24 hours. In 24 hours, you get it delivered. The founders of this company are my friends, so I told them to share this with my audience. They need to also give me something to give to them, and that's what I do for everything I bring to my channel to share with you guys. So just come to adelikesamuel.com/VEA. Using this particular link gives you additional 10% discount, but if you're not seeing it, just use the coupon code Adeleke10 and you get the discount. Okay guys, so now let's assume you have all of your video packages, you have everything, your video ads creative and everything available. Now let me show you how you can utilize all of this video ads creative inside the Facebook Ads Manager so we can get the best conversion. Okay, so let's continue. Okay guys, so let's continue. Now here is the thing. I actually started more like a series like a month ago, and this is the product we have been using. This is the product we are using as our case study. So I've shared a list of products you can sell during this Ember season. I've also shared how you can write your sales copy to sell your product, right? And the last video I did was how you can run adverts for this product to the landing page or sales page you have created. So today I'm sharing with you how you can scale this advert, right? So this is the product. In case you have not watched this video, go to adelikesamuel.com/Ember. All right, now that you have a product that you want to sell, now the next thing is this. Now this particular video is on scaling your Facebook ads. So I'll not be teaching you how to run ads. They are different. So I'm not teaching you how to run ads from scratch. They are totally different. But then if you are new to Facebook ads, I understand, just come to this video. I will recommend you watch this particular video first. Go to adelikesamuel.com/ads. I'll put all of this link in the description. So this will teach you how you can write your ad copy, how you can put together all of the assets that you need to build up your ads campaign. This will teach you everything on how to do that. Come up with your creatives, some image creatives, your targeting options and all of that. You will learn that in this particular video. And then this other video as well, I will recommend you come watch it. Come to adelikesamuel.com/FBF. What this will do for you is it will teach you how to utilize all of the assets, all of the ad assets that you created in the previous video I just recommended. Can you see? So you learn how to do all of that in this video. So this one will teach you how to run ads from scratch, even if you are a total beginner. Now once you have done these two things, you can now continue with this video. But then if you are not new to Facebook ads, just keep watching. Okay, so let's jump into our ads manager. So I assume you already know what ads manager is. And here is the thing, I will say this, please listen carefully. Even though I'm teaching you, you see, Facebook, there is no one way to Facebook, right? To Facebook ads and all of that. But then there are strategy. So what I will show you in this video is a strategy I've been using, and I will tell you this: be flexible based on the resources that is available to you. The resources available to me might not be available to you, but then when you understand the strategy, when you understand the principle, you can apply it. Whether you have small budget, you have small resource, it does not matter. Just understand the concept and you will be good to go. Okay, so let's get started already. Now the first thing you will do is create your advert. So I want to assume right now you have your ads asset, your Facebook ads assets, your images, your videos, your copies, even your targeting, everything has been created. So the first thing, or the first phase of my strategy, is this 1-5-10 formation. So this is how it works. You create one campaign. I've created this because I don't want to waste time with this, but then I'll just brush through it so you can at least get what I'm trying to do here. So I use this naming convention. You know how it is. You choose sales if you are doing sales. Even if you are running lead campaign, this also work. So just choose lead. Now to the ad set, go to the ad set. So you can see I've named this as ad set 1 website. So I'm just trying to show for people that probably don't know. Then you do everything you want to do. So your budget, I will use 2,500 naira. If you are using a dollar account, you can use $10, right? Don't worry, you spend more, because don't forget, this is on scaling. This is not on running, just running advert. This is on scaling your advert, so you'll be spending more, of course. All right, so your audience, for a start, or for this particular phase, I would recommend you use zero-based targeting. Most campaigns will still convert and do well even with zero-based targeting. That is it. So set your location. If it is US, put it there. You understand? Set your location. The age, I don't even touch it these days. I just leave it the way it is. But then if your advert requires you do, touch it and alter it. Then the placement, just use manual placement, Facebook feed, and you are good to go. So that's for the ad set. Now for this first phase that I'm trying to explain, all of the changes will be done on the ad level. And on the ad level, what we'll focus on, the variable that we'll focus on, is our creative. So in your ad level, you can change the copy, you can change your creative, you can even change your link. But in this particular phase, it is your creative. So what we'll do now is this. So I've created just one advert to show you, to explain. So I've created it. Now you understand what I'm doing, right? Now the next thing I'll do is you duplicate your ad set, not your advert, your ad set. So I'll duplicate this into I need 9 more copies. 9 more copies. Now, as I've said earlier, you don't need to use 10 ads. It depends on the resources available to you. Yours could be 5, yours could be 4, yours could be 6. Do you get it now? But then I would advise you have more. All right, so you can see we have ad sets 1 copy, ad set 2 copy. I'll not be going into everything here, but I will show you what I will be doing. So all I will do for the rest of this ad set, I'll rename it so I can know, okay, this is ad set 2. Rename it and leave every other thing. Leave every other thing in the ad set the way it is. Just leave them. Then you go to the ad level. Don't forget, in this first phase, we are dealing with our creatives only, which is at the ad level. So you rename this as ad 2. So you'll see we have ad set 2, ad 2. So we have one campaign. Now we have one campaign. We have 10 ad sets. Now the only thing you do here is this. You will change this video. So I'll change this video to something else. So you can see I have other videos that I've uploaded. So I'll just select another one. Okay, we're good to go. Recommended, click done. Now you can leave this optimization, all optimization, you can just turn them on, and I'll click on done. Now I told you to duplicate 9 copies, so you have 10 in total. So what you can do is use UGC for 5 ad sets and use the value proposition kind of video for the remaining 5 ad sets. Now if you have just 3 UGC and 3 value proposition videos, just use it that way. But you understand the concept, right? So I'll not be doing everything, but you understand the concept. That is the idea. So do the same thing. Change, the only thing you change is the creative. Leave every other thing the way it is. Now once you have done this, you are sending traffic to the same sales page. you are using the same copy. So I actually just wrote this copy. I created this page now just to explain this. So this is not a real page. This is not a real advert. Do you understand? So this is not a real website as well. I'm just using it as example. So once you have all of these, just click on publish. Now let this advert run for at least 48 to 72 hours. That is 2 to 3 days. Personally, I prefer 3 days, because if you decide to just run this for 24 hours, the thing is, of course, you get some winners, but don't be shocked that some of these adverts that did not bring in any conversion in the first day might bring in more conversion the other day, the next day rather. So if you have the budget, you can just let it run for 48 hours, which is 2 days. If you don't have that much budget, let it run for a day or 2 days, depending on the budget that you have. But personally, I will let this run for 3 days. So that way I will know, okay, I've exercised enough patience. If this will work, it should work by now. You understand? So at the end of that 3 days, you should have your winning ads. So what you would do at the end of that 3 days or 2 days, depending on how much resources or budget you have. So what you do is turn off the adverts that are not doing well. So okay, I'll do this. So I'll close the campaign. I'll close this. So these are the 10 ads, right? Oh, I had to rename everything, but I hope you guys understand why I'm not doing so. So you just rename this. Make sure you rename everything to ad sets 1 to 10. So at the end of the whole 3 days, check your metrics. Look at the results here. Check the metrics. No, we are not running this advert. Look for the adverts that are converting. The main metric to focus on is your purchase or result, the event you're optimizing for. If it is lead, use lead. If it is purchase, focus on the purchase. Forget about every other thing. I'm telling you this. So pick the ones that work. So let's assume at the end of the day we have ad set 2, ad set 1, and let me rename these two. Let me use ad set 7. So you know that ad set 7 might convert and ad set 3 might not convert. Okay, so once you see, okay, these are converting, what you do next is turn off from the ad set level. Listen, not from the ad level now. From the ad set level, turn off other ones that are not converting. Do you get it now? Now, once you do this, we are done with the first phase. Now, let's move to the next phase. Now, in the next phase, what you do is this. What you do in the next phase is this. I will duplicate this. So go to the campaign level. Go to the campaign level and duplicate this campaign. So let's just duplicate. Just one is okay. So I'm assuming you have run the advert. Now you know you're winning ad creative. So this is duplicated, right? So I'll just go back, click on close. Now let's open this only. Let me close this to be sure. So I'll click on this and click on ad set. All right, so what you now do here is this. Let's delete every other ad set. Don't forget, this was the duplicate that we made, right? Don't forget. And this is the phase 2. So delete every other thing or every other ad set that did not convert. I hope you are following. I hope. Oh, so here is the thing. Because others are also drafts, I'll not be able to know. Okay, so what will happen is, let me just delete 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 7, 8. Okay, so let me just delete this. Let's see. So I'll just delete this. Okay, so let me go to the campaign. Let me see if we are on track. Okay, yeah, we are good. So we have ad set 1, ad set 7, and ad set 7 rather. So these are the winning ads. I'm assuming these are the winning ads from our first testing phase. So the new advert that will be running now, what we will do is this. Now let me tell you this, you can actually skip this particular phase. If you do not have that much budget, you can skip this phase, but if you do have the budget, continue with the flow. So what we'll do here is this: we'll test different thumbnails as against the winning or converting video advert. So what you do is this: I'll just put, let's say, November 2 demo. This is still demo. I'll just put TB. Don't mind me, this is actually how this is the naming convention I use, so you can use what works for you. The main thing is you understand what you are doing. So what we'll do is we'll still leave the ad set the way it is. Don't forget, the first campaign, leave the advert that we're doing well, leave them, let them keep running, don't touch them, just turn off the ones that are not working. So yeah, what you do is, now ad 1, what you do is this: get 2 to 3 images that you want to test as thumbnail. 2 to 3. Now you can use the product image itself, you can use an image whereby there is someone appearing with the product, right? So just have like 3 different images. Most times you can just use different product image or other images that you see that is that makes sense. Okay, so let's assume we have 3 images. So what you do now is this: you now come to the edit media, edit video, go to thumbnail, then you click on upload. So I'll just select one of the images that I have here. So thumbnail, for those that don't know, thumbnail is the first thing people will see. Just this little thing can give you more, can increase your conversion by over 50%. Yes, just this little thing, because people need to watch your advert before they actually convert. So this is what will help you attract more people. So you want to know, okay, will using different image as my thumbnail for this video even make it convert more? Do you get it now? As I've said, if you don't have money, you cannot scale your advert. So scaling is not just, so you need to try so many things. That is what we call scaling. So you can see this is the first thing they will see. So what will attract me might not attract the other person. That is the idea. So this is ad 1, right? So I'll duplicate this ad again. Don't forget, this is still under ad set 1. So I'll duplicate this as well. I'll see if I can create a map or a diagram to visualize this whole explanation for you guys. But then if you are not new to advert, you should understand what I'm doing here. Okay, so we have 1 campaign, 3 ad sets. Now inside each of these ad sets you have multiple ads or multiple adverts. So this is ad 2, right? So I'll just change the thumbnail. That's the only thing you change. That is the only thing you change. Don't worry, I will explain this better. Just keep watching. So click on upload. I've already uploaded them, that's why I'll just select. Okay, so the first one you are running, you can just pick a thumbnail. Even if you want to change the thumbnail, pick a thumbnail from the original video, or just leave it random. Just let Facebook pick for you. Can you see? So I'm just assuming we are running this advert, so I'm just using this as an example. So you can see now I have the 1 campaign, 1 ad set. Now these videos that we have in each of these ad sets, so this is ad set 7, right? Ad set 7, the video or the advert here is the winning advert from phase 1. Do you get it now? So what I will do is I'll repeat the same thing I did, right? Okay, so let me just change this. So I'll use the same thumbnail, the same image. the same thumbnail image. Do you get it now? So we are still using the same video ad but different thumbnail. Okay, so let me upload this. Now don't forget, this is not the same video as the one in AdSets 1. This is different video, even though we are using the same thumbnail, the same image thumbnail. You get the idea, right? So do the same thing. If you have 3 image thumbnail that you want to test, make sure the ads in each ad set are 3 ads, depending on the number of thumbnail you want to test. I hope this is very clear. So I'll do the same thing, but in our case, I'm just doing 2. So I'll duplicate one more time. Then I'll use the other thumbnail. I hope this is very explanatory, right? Okay, so I'm trying to just move as fast as possible. I don't want this video to be lengthy, you understand? So once you have done this, then launch your campaign. Let it also run for at least 48 hours. 48 hours. These are the works you need to do if you want to get crazy conversion, guys. So let it run for at least 48 hours, and at the end of that 48 hours, look for the adverts or the advert and the ad set that are bringing in conversion. I hope that's very clear. Now let's move to the third phase. Now this is the phase whereby you can now start drifting away from your creatives and move into testing other variables at the ad set level. So what you now do is this. So you create a new campaign. Now the third phase, what you do is we'll be using something called CBO. So we have been using ABO from the beginning of this video. Phase 1, phase 2 is ABO. So in this case, we'll use CBO, and I will show you how I use CBO. If you have been following me for over 3 years or 4 years, you will know this is how I advise you use CBO. So I'll click on sales. Now you cannot actually duplicate this particular campaign because CBO will change, it will alter so many things. So I'll still use manual sales campaign. Click on continue. Okay, so now you scroll down. Here we'll be using CBO, that is Advantage Campaign Objective. It was formerly Campaign Budget Optimization, but it has been changed. So it means you'll be setting your budget at the campaign level. Don't forget, before we have been setting our budget at the ad set level. Here what you do is the budget, I will advise you go around 10 to 20,000 naira. Now listen, one thing about CBO is this: when you start running your CBO is not a campaign you start touching anyhow. No, when you launch your CBO, it's better you don't even touch it. This is why the adverts you use inside of your CBO are already tested. They are bringing in conversion already. They have brought many conversion in already. So you bring them inside your CBO. So this is not you doing some guesswork. This is not guess now. You are certain these are good creatives. These are good adverts. You understand? Okay, so I would so yeah, let's say I want to use 10,000. So if you cannot sustain the 10,000, please use 7,000. So what Facebook will do is, and if you are using dollar account, you can use $50, can use $100, depending on the budget available to you. Another formula you can use is, okay, now how much you spend in your first ad set, each ad set, multiply that unit budget by the number of assets you want to use in this particular campaign. That's another formula that you can use. Okay, so I'll just click on continue. Okay, yeah, continue. I'll rename this later. Now what you'll be doing here is this: you'll be using different audiences. So I'll use, let's say, dancer. That's the first audience set that I want to use. Don't forget what we are selling. The reason why I did not talk about the product is because we have delved into the product in previous episode of this series, so I'll not be going over that. So I'll just click on website. Now here is the thing, this is what I don't like. I need to set everything again. So okay, I'll be very fast about this. I'll probably fast forward this part. Let's continue. Now here is the thing, as I've said, we'll be using interest-based targeting in this phase. Now you can decide to skip this phase. Listen, you can decide to skip this particular phase in case probably what you are selling, you don't really need interest for it. So just focus on phase 1, phase 2, then the next phase I'll talk about after this. But then if you are selling a product, and of course there are interest targets, probably you don't just know the interest target. Don't worry, I got you covered. Go watch this particular video that I did last week. Go to adelekesame.com/ads ads. I shared how you can come up with interest and behavioral targeting on Facebook. No matter what you are selling, go check the video. Okay, so what you do is this: click on this switch to original audience option, because this is just like an update from Meta, from Facebook itself. So they are updating their user interface. Okay, so go to this section where you can enter your interest. So here I'll just put some interest that I have here. So social dancer, don't forget what you are selling, right? So let me put dance. Okay, so we have street dance, we also have social dance. So I'll select, don't forget, look at this interest. And the way I like to use my interest is this: I prefer grouping them. So let me use suggestion. Let's see. I'm looking for street dance, so I'll just put street. Let me put street dance here. Okay, so no, not this. So I'll remove this particular one, not employers. Look for interest, make sure the label is interest. So I'll choose street dance. Let's see, because they can use the speaker, outdoor, and social. The social dance here, I'm thinking it is all this TikTok dancer and all of that, because I'm not sure there is a direct TikTok dance. You know these guys that do TikTok, right? Okay, so let's assume this is our first audience set. So I was trying to say something earlier. When I'm using interest, I try to group my audience. So I'll look for related interest and group them in one ad set. You understand? So let's assume this is our ad set 1 for our CBO. So every other thing here remains the same. Now at the ad level, pay attention. Oh, sorry, I don't know why I have this selected. Every other thing remains the same, just like we have in previous phase or previous phases. The only thing we are changing here is the budget at the campaign level and our interest. So the placement as well remains Facebook feed. Okay, so I think we are good to go. Now at the ad level, so listen carefully. Yeah, you are not creating a new ad from scratch. Do you get it now? So don't forget, right now at the moment we are done with 2 phases. The first phase we tested our video creatives, right? Now we are assuming now that we had 3 winning ads from that phase. Now the second phase, we tested different thumbnail. So let's assume like 2 of the adverts with different thumbnail actually worked. So let's assume that was what worked. So we have 5 ads that are bringing in conversion. Do you get it now? So what you now do is this: you're not creating a new advert. What you do is this: instead of this create ad, switch to use existing post, or you can enter the post ID. Either ways, it will automatically just, let me see if I can select a post. I'll select this, so I'll just click continue. I just want to show you. So this is how it will appear. I will actually blow out some details. So you are not creating any advert from scratch. You just see it to pick the advert from what you have published earlier. Now the essence of doing this, let me show you. The essence is it will retain, can you see, it will retain all the social proof and engagement on the advert. You can see this particular advert has over 1,000 likes and reactions, over 500 comments, and 32 shares. So it will retain all of this on the advert. So while you have other phases still ongoing, now you are putting those adverts into your CBO. So everything is just working concurrently, everything is working together. So you are automatically boosting the social proof on that particular advert, or on the advert that you have chosen. So everything will keep growing, and you are building your asset that you can also use, which we'll use in the next phase. You can see how everything is connected, right? So that is what you would do. So what you do now is this: you pick this, and I would just create a new ad. So let's say create a new ad, create new ad. So what you would do here is the same thing you have done in the previous ad. Select the next winning advert. Oh, that's very clear. So at the end of the day, let's assume after the first phase and the second phase, we have 5 winning ads from those 2 phases. So at the end of the day, you have this particular ad set, right? The dancer ad set, and you have, let's say, 5 of the ads. Let's say 5 or 3. Do you get it now? 5 to 3 of those winning ads. That will be the first one. Then you go back to your ad set. Then I will duplicate this. Let's say 3 more times. Let's assume you want to test, or you want to play around with 3 different audience groups. Do you get it now? So okay, I'll just duplicate 2 more times. So every other thing will remain the same. I hope you are flowing with the flow. So everything will remain the same. Then you come to the first copy here. So here I would use, let's say I want to use let's say fitness. That is the theme of the next interest that I want to use. I hope you are getting the feel, right? So I'll go to my interest section, then remove this social dance, and also remove the street dance. So here we'll use, let's check for fitness and physical exercise. Maybe people that love going to the gym and working out, maybe they will prefer to have something that they can listen to. You understand? So I will just don't forget the product we are selling. So I'll just put fitness here. Fitness. So I'll select this. Can you see this is over 676 million? So the audience size is huge. Okay, and can you see you have 8 million, over 8 million estimated audience size. So here you can as well put let's say fitness and wellness is, let me see if there is. Okay, yeah, there is. It was ChatGPT that suggested this to me in the video I did the last time. I showed you how I came up with all of these stuffs. Okay, so let me just, you can come up with as many and have them. You can see the idea here is this. Okay, we have exercise or fitness themed interest. Now that is it for this particular ad set. So you still use the same ads that I use in ad set 1. Do you get it now? So we have dancer set, we have fitness set. So let me just wrap this particular phase. So let's say we have this one. Now I'll just use, let's say, tech early adopters. There is another one I can use for this particular product. Frequent travelers, what's it called? Online shoppers, and like that. That's why I said
You see, if you want to scale and get tired of conversion, you get tired. You just need to know what you are doing. So I would use tech early adopters. Okay, so I'll just select this. I might decide to, don't forget, this is not a real campaign. I'm just trying to explain, right? So everything remained the same. So at the end of the day, let me rename this to Afrobeat. Afrobeat, that's the tag for this campaign. CBO, then November, let's say November 3, that is when I will launch. I'm just assuming now. Okay, now look at, here is the thing. Now you have CBO campaign. Don't forget, CBO campaign, you have 3 different ad sets. Now inside each of these ad sets, you have, let's say, 2 to 3 ads that were your winners. So what Facebook will do is this: they will distribute your budget to this ad set. Now, unlike ABO, you'll be the one to, like, okay, say, okay, I want to spend $5 for ad set 1. No, that is not the way it is for CBO. It will be Meta, it will be Facebook themselves that will help you distribute your budget. So they will give more budget to the audience or to the ad set that is performing better. That is the way it works, and this is the best way to use your CBO, the CBO or the advantage campaign budget. I hope this is very clear. So when you do from phase 1 to phase 3, you see that you'll be the one that you get tired of others or conversion. I hope you understand. But then where the work lies is actually getting these creatives. Okay, so let's assume we are done with this particular phase 3, and I said something earlier. For CBO, just keep it, let it keep running. You don't want to be touching, turning off and turning on. No, you will distort the whole optimization because it is optimizing by itself. So once you touch it, it will affect the whole thing. So the best thing you can do is to scale down or scale up. So if this is doing well for you, what you can do is now apply the vertical scaling, which is you increasing the budget. So be worry less about the ad set that is doing well. That is just the idea. Worry less about the ad set that is doing well here. Focus on the overall conversion for CBO. So what you want to do is this: once you start getting consistent, listen, the keyword here is consistent conversion from your CBO campaign, you can decide to start scaling vertically gradually. Increase your current budget, let's say by 10%, then do it that way. Let it stabilize, watch, observe, and if you see that it is not converting, it is spending your money, you can scale down or just turn it off. Do you get it now? So that is that about phase 3. Now let's move into the last phase. Now the last phase, now at the end of the day, you have like 3 campaigns. The first campaign, we tested creatives and we found our winners. So the second phase, right, we are actually trying out different variations of images as our thumbnail. The idea is to get the image that will get us more clicks and reduce our cost. Do you understand? Now the third phase is CBO. Now we are telling Facebook, you see, we did not assume, we let our audience do the guesswork for us. So we are not guessing here. Our audience has told us this is the best video that is converting, this is the best or the most captivating thumbnail that gets their attention. Now it is your time to do your thing. Tell them, now show this advert to the best audience. That is what we did in phase 3. Now phase 4, I will not be going deep into phase 4. Phase 4 is this. Now everything you have been doing, we are building our audience, our custom audience even though you might not know, you are building our custom audience. I talked about using video creative. This is one of the advantage. So the fourth phase, I'll not be going too deep into this. Just follow. The fourth phase, what you do is create a custom audience. Now you create 3 types of custom audience. Now the reason why I will not be going deep into this is because I've shared this particular strategy in some of my previous video. Many of my videos, I've talked about this that I'm about to talk about. So the fourth phase, create 3 custom audiences. Now the first custom audience you create, purchase custom audience. By now you should have like hundreds of conversion of purchase conversions or lead conversion, whatever you're optimizing for. So create that, create custom audience for video views. Don't forget you have been spending money on videos, so put all of those videos and create a custom audience. You can create 95% video views. Now the third one, create page engagement, page or ad engagement. You know what I'm saying, right? Now you have 3 custom audiences. Now these custom audiences, create a lookalike audience. Now here's the thing: if you are selling to tier 1 countries like US, UK and the likes, they actually have more people on Facebook. So what happen is, while creating your lookalike audience, you need to create a custom audience before lookalike. So while creating a lookalike audience, just use 1% of those custom audience as your lookalike. If you are selling to Nigeria, you can just use 3% or 3% to 5% of your lookalike. So that is what you do. So let me duplicate this. So I'll just explain. Now you already have your audiences, right? So let me explain what you do next. Now this is the fourth phase. Guys, I wish this video is not too long. I actually want something short, but I love to explain that you understand. Okay, so let me just put 4. I'm just trying to distinguish between what I'm doing. So I'll use LAL. This is the way I name my adverts, right? My campaigns. So what you do now, you might not use CBO here because you don't know which of these audiences will perform best. But you can also use it if you want to, but then I'll advise you not to use it here. So I'll just turn it off. I'll turn the CBO off. Then I'll use one ad set to explain what I want to explain. Then you do the same thing. I'll scroll down to fitness. So don't forget you want to set your budget as well. We are using ABO. So you go to where you have your custom audience. Now this is where you click on this lookalike audience and select one of the lookalike audiences that you created earlier. Don't forget to remove this because I duplicated it, so I'll remove. So you'll be using your lookalike audience, and what you do as well is at the ad level, you can leave the adverts that we're doing well, that are bringing in conversion. Just leave it. So follow the same phase 3. The way I explained in phase 3, follow the same here. The only difference is you are not using CBO and you are using your lookalike audiences. So in this particular phase as well, at the ad level, you will still use the existing post, not you creating a new post. The idea is for us to retain and maintain the social proof on our advert. I hope this is very clear, guys. So when you do this, guys, you get tired of getting conversion. So you just need to keep looking, monitor your campaign, optimize where you need to optimize. And let me just share a bonus tip with you guys. So what you can do is get a new account, replicate the same thing you did here on the new account, but you want to probably start with a new set of creatives on that new account. So that way, if anything happens with the first account, you are sure you have another account that is bringing in conversion. You don't want Facebook to stop you from doing your business. Now here is the thing: for people that probably have so many questions, this is not clear. In my course, I broke down all of this. This is a YouTube video that I just had to run through and share. So as I've said, I'm telling you now, listen. If you listen carefully, you can still get good results with this. But then if you want something that would take you and put it through step by step, then my course will do that for you. And you also have access to me to ask questions. So that's one of the advantage of being in my community and getting a premium course like mine. So if you're interested, just go to adelikesamuel.com/Facebook-art. I'll put the link on screen and in the description. Okay guys, so as I've said, listen, watch this video as many times as possible and implement, and I hope you found this valuable. Okay guys, so that'll be all for now, and I will see you in my next video. Bye for now.